Hey, I'm Evan.
I'm Mike.
Welcome to USS Sea Stories.
The broken and falling, damned old souls been sent to burn. Nowadays they've been calling, telling me soon gonna be my turn. Head down.
Hey, welcome back to the USS Sea Stories. We got a good friend here, Mr. Sumerlin, Emanuel Sumerlin.
What up, baby?
What up, big dog?
Came out 2007, still in. Now you're a Y1. So, how's everything been going for you, man?
Yeah, man, everything's going good, man. Like I said, especially during these crazy times. Man, I'm just happy to be a part of this. The USS Sea Stories, and I'm glad that I was able to get on here with y'all, and I appreciate y'all, man.
Oh, that's what's up, man. So, how did the journey start for you, man?
Man, so I said I joined in 2007, and June 2007 to be exact, and I actually so going all the way back to 2006, I really didn't have any type of plan as far as with high school. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be done with it, and I had no. I didn't want anything to do with school once I finished, with high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I barely got out of high school, but I think one of my homeboys was in RDC. I don't know if y'all in y'all high school, if y'all had RDC or whatnot, but our school, we had Navy RDC and or was it ROTC? I'm sorry, and JROTC. So I had a friend, and he always had to wear these little. This is back when the Johnny Cashes was out, and man, yeah, man, it's cool as uniform. But back in high school, man, you was a nerd, like you was a geek. So I was like, man, and he was like never prepared. Like he always was like missing some type of uniform item. Like it was always something. So he mentioned one day, he was like, hey man, like, once I get out of high school, I'm trying to do, go to the Navy. I'm like, man, I'm not trying to hear that. Like, look, I don't want nothing to do with that. At that same time, I was also getting a bunch of letters in the mail, in regards to like, hey, join the Marines, join the Army, you get a bonus. You know what I'm saying? I got one from the Navy. My dad, he was in the Marines and whatnot, but yeah, so I was like, man, let me just, I'm not even gonna think about it. So fast forward, I end up talking to his recruiter, and yeah, I basically signed up to the ASVAB, and I actually I actually got like a 50, I think like a 57 or something on my ASVAB. I got a yeoman or whatnot, and I told my cousin Terry, who also was in the Navy. He was an E5 at the time, and I was like, bro, I just got yeoman. He was like, hell no. He was like, go take. Can I cuss on him?
Yeah.
He's like, go take that guy. Go take that test again. You don't want to be no damn yeoman. I was like, damn, like I really messed up. Like, and the thing was at the time he's on the small boy, so he's on like a DDG. He's like, man, them damn yeomans, they be running around like they don't have no type of life. You need to go retake your shit now. So I was like, man. So my high school. So I originally took my first. ASVAB at the MEPS. So my high school also did ASVABs as well. So I was trying to go sneak to go take my ASVAB again, and then my recruiter caught me. He's like, nah, we ain't doing that. So they talked to my chief recruiter at the time. He's like, look, your ass is gonna be a yeoman, and that's what it's gonna be. So I was like, and then when I got to boot camp, I seen what yeomans, because remember we had yeomans in boot camp in basic training. I was like, man, I'm about to be running around like all throughout Navy, my whole Navy life, just run around to medical for people, picking up people medicine.
Being a paper bitch.
Man, I was so mad. So, but yeah, fast forward, yeah, I left. So I graduated in June 2007, and I left for boot camp 2 weeks later. You know, I went to Great Lakes. You know, I drowned a couple of times because you know I wasn't with the swimming. You know, I was in level 1, the kiddie pool, for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Shane pool.
Yep. And I got asthma, and then they pushed me off anyway. So yeah. But then I went to Meridian. You know, Mike. You know, we all know about the Meridian and everything. So
that fucking place. Fuck that place,
bro,
dude.
I knew it was bad when I got up there, and there was air coming through the window of the plane.
Yeah. You could hear just whistling by your ear.
Yeah. And second, when I got my bag and a guy pulled up in an Astro van with wood panels and a cigarette and a wife beater, I said, yo, like, I don't know what I got myself into, but I'm sorry. Like, please just take me back to Georgia. So yeah. Fast forward, like, you know, because normally it takes 2 months for us to like go through school. I took like the longest. They probably got my name sewn on the wall. Like, it took me like
shit bags. Yeah, I'm on that list too.
It took me like 2.5, like damn near 3 months to get up out of school, and I was perfectly fine with that. I'm like, I'm in the Navy. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm getting my little $600 paycheck. I don't care. So November 2007. I leave to go to the Eisenhower, and I already had a homeboy who was a YN who already went, and he took me there, and he picked me up from the airport, and man, this is my first time being in Virginia, and I didn't know what to expect, and I'm walking down the pier, and man, it was just, I don't know if y'all ever been on the carrier or seen the carrier up close.
Yeah, I've been on one once. Yeah.
Man, it was something that I have never, like, it was, I can't even put it in words that first time I seen that ship. And yeah, that's basically how it started from.
Yeah, man. I was on a carrier once doing like one of those Tiger Cruise things. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's a hell of a lot different than some submarines, man. I keep forgetting you weren't on submarines, dude. Like you were like the one surface guy that kind of acts like a submariner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the honorary submariner. Yeah, man.
Difference. So we already established you weren't a submariner. So how was like we talked about our qualifying and all that, how rigorous it was for us to qualify and stuff like that. Did y'all have anything on the surface ship close to that? Like, I know you have to qualify your airplane and all that. But.
So, you know, for y'all, you know, getting your dolphin, getting your fish or whatnot, is like, that's like the number one step, right? Like, first thing, that's all your life is set on. For us, you know, that was mandatory at one point, like 10, 12 years ago, you know, before I joined. But now they made it to where it was kind of like it's like a strike on your eval type, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't important as you know, as far as for your community. But the biggest thing for us was damage control, you know. Just your basic DC, because at the end of the day you have so many compartments and so many spaces. That was the main one, because something happens, you need to be able to you know, save the ship type, you know.
So the three of us met in South Carolina, right? Unless you guys met before that.
No, South Carolina.
All of us in South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, man. Fucking good memories there. Dude, do you remember that place, Phillies? I just seeing your face made me remind me of Phillies, dude. Mike, do you remember Phillies?
Oh, I remember Phillies.
Bro, they had the best fucking Philly cheesesteaks, well, in South Carolina. And, man, they would make them like fucking 2 feet long. And we would just go there for lunch all the time. You remember that shit?
Bro, yeah. I mean, me and Shante actually we went down there to retry them, And man, they done changed up the bread. Like the bread is like the size of like a little hot pocket. Like
no,
it's not the same, man. I guess they was losing too much money because they used to give us like a good.
It was like amount. The fucking size of the screen, man. It was they were fucking around.
Everything, man.
Yeah, they weren't
Bucks
fucking
pizza.
around.
Bucks pizza was another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. We had some good times down there, man. Like I said, and you know, being with y'all helped me realize how spoiled we are on the surface side of things. You know what I'm saying? When I was like, so how do y'all get emails? Like, you know, how, you know, y'all was telling me like the delay. I'm like, that's crazy as hell. Like, why would y'all do that to yourselves? Like, you know, sun for us is the option. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I haven't seen the sun in a couple hours. Let me just go to the fantail. Let me just go up to the flight deck. You know, like being with y'all helped me have a deeper respect for, you know, the sub community. You know what I'm saying? And it also corrected me from calling a submarine to an actual boat. So I just want to appreciate, you know what I'm saying, y'all put me on game. You know what I'm saying?
We've discussed this before about like the difference between the informality and with all that stuff between surface and subs. You working with sub guys in Charleston, like, did you see that different type of like camaraderie or communication that we've had with like sub guys to surface, or is
you know, the biggest thing that I learned is that all y'all know each other. Like, you like, hey, you know Bobby with the short leg, or the Bobby with the crooked eye. Bobby with the crooked eye. Yeah, man. He was the best man at my wedding. Like all you motherfuckers know each other. Like, it's no like, I mean, and I guess that's a good thing and a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But you know, on a carrier, you could literally be on deployment with somebody for 6 months and not even know that they was on the same ship. And it's been so many people that I've talked to even now that was like, yeah, I was on Ike. And when you was on Ike, man, I was on Ike from 2007 to 2011. Me too. Like, like it's so many people on there that you I mean, it's 6,000 people.
Yeah, there's probably more people on one carrier than there is in the entire Submariner for their submarine force. So
yeah, on the blue end, on the blue and the gold for like the boomer, how many people is that?
We have 160 people per crew. So
bro,
around there.
In reactor department, the department I was in, we had 400 people.
God dang.
And that's not even the biggest department. You got supply. Supply has like 600 people. Air department has like 500 people. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think supply is supply, but you also have FSAs and stuff like that. So
it really is like a floating city, huh?
Yeah, it really is.
Man, so in South Carolina, right? I think you started off in security, right?
Yeah, security admin, security manager.
Right. That's where I met you. Yeah, man, that was fun times. I used to always just bullshit and go down and bullshit with you guys for like a fucking hour and then run back up to the A school. Oh,
everybody would come down to my office and vent. And then I'm like, where the fuck am I moving at? Like,
you're like the Yeoman chaplain, bro.
Everybody, the Jag, like Chief Woods, everybody used to come to the office and y'all be down there for so long. They'd be like, y'all leave the office and they'd be like, hey, have you seen Giddes? Have you seen? I'm like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We had some off the wall parties, man. We partied. That's probably the best place I think I've ever partied, with a group of damn just random people.
Yeah,
dude. Speaking of which, bro. So, Mike, I showed you these pictures. So, dude, Sumerlin, you remember that party? It was me, you, and Pierre Cortez, right?
Yeah.
And it was like your brand new apartment or some shit. We had like this shitty ass table, like a beer pong table, and we were just like playing pong and shit. And then we ordered.
I still have the table.
Do you still have
it? Yeah, my wife turned it into a craft. It has a better life now.
Yeah, no more wear and tear, bro. Yeah, we ordered some pizza. I remember that, and I remember I was so far gone, bro. Like I thought it took about 4 hours for this guy to get to your damn apartment. I was so hungry. And you're like, bro, just
Mike, dude, literally, I called the pizza guy, which they live like, it's called Buck's Pizza in South Carolina, Charleston.
It's good shit too.
I called him and said, hey, I need a bacon ranch pizza, large, right? I call him, tell him, place my order. Not after 6 minutes after that, give us a, where a pizza? Why the fuck is a pizza? And then, so like 15 minutes elapsed, get a knock on the door, I open the door, Gibbons grabs a pizza, and I'm the dude's like this laws, like what I do, like, man, smash the pizza gone, like,
it didn't last long at all. And then we got pictures of like Cortez sleeping underneath your table, fucking beer everywhere, empty pizza boxes and shit. I know. I think we fucked with your fish tank too.
I literally, those fish survive everything. Like, I would wake up and there would be beer cans floating in the fish tank, and the fish would just be eating it like. And I knew who it was. I knew who it was because it was the same person every time.
Oh goddamn, man! Oh shit, that was good times, bro.
Yeah, and that's you know what, and that's why I'm so thankful for, because Gibbs, I knew your family lived in Florida, Mike, all your family's in Texas, all my family's in Georgia or whatnot. So, in the aspect of this, what I'm so grateful about, the Navy or whatnot, is the fact that you get to meet some amazing people that, even though, y'all was from the sub community, I'm from the surface side, we still, were able to relate. I was just talking to Mike about, family doesn't have to be blood, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times in the Navy, you meet a lot of like-minded people that are going through the same thing as you. And when you are able to connect with somebody, man, it's like, you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? It's even for y'all, it's going to ask y'all, like, do y'all have a difficult time, outside of being in the Navy, with connecting with other people who aren't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, it's crazy you mentioned that, man. Mike, we had a conversation about this a while ago about, dude, it's fucking weird, like, being like, a veteran and just not being able to relate to a lot of civilians and shit like that. It's just, for me personally anyways, it's a rough time, man. Like, most Navy guys, especially submariners, we have a very dark humor,
Yeah. Y'all shit is like Beetlejuice dark. Like,
you'll say some crazy shit like that to some civilians and look at you like you're about to stab them in the throat or something. Yeah. But then also, like, there's stuff that only Navy people, or in my case, only submariners would know. And then you like got caught up in some memory. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta talk to somebody about this. And then you got nobody to talk about it with, and it just kind of gets you like in a little, depressive state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt like when you said, like, I think the people that you serve with, like family, because on a drop of a dime, man, if you needed something, they'll be there for you quicker than, people that you were close with before and after. It's just that different bond. Like, you got people that share, similar experiences. So it's just a different. It's just different.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you form memories too. Like, Mike and I talked about this in a previous episode of with you and your wife, right? When you guys first met and everything, and how we were all playing Four Loco Pong and shit, and we're all getting hungry, and you're like, I'll just send her, like, let me get your credit card. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Do you know her like that? Kind of bullshit,
I totally have forgot about that until I seen the video, and I was like, that did happen. Like, that was one of the memories that my mind had blacked out and was trying to erase.
Yeah, that was a rough night, dude.
Yeah, that and the Jolly Rancher. So for anybody watching, we all condone safe drinking, don't drink and drive, kids. But when you coming into the military, please expect to have your tolerance tested because of the Jolly Rancher.
I don't think we told that story. Go ahead and tell that story.
just like every other every little significant event that we've had with alcohol was already planned a week in advance.
Yeah.
So we found this recipe where you take, you know, each flavor of the Jolly Ranchers, you get like a Sam's Club bag, you separate it, and then you put it in these mason jars. So what you end up with once you take it out the freezer is this Kool-Aid, you know, tasting like you no type of bite to it. And yeah, we took that over to Vic House, and Vic House was always the culprit, either my apartment or Vic House, like
Yeah.
or Fitzgerald's
yeah.
place. So we take it, and like, dude, it was just like as soon as we started drinking it, we realized like we fucked up. Like,
It was dangerous,
because
man.
it was dangerous. Like,
Super
you know,
smooth.
like people was like disappearing, like flashing back up. It was something like off of Avengers, you know, when he snapped the finger.
Just. Oh man, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I remember that, man. Yeah, you put like it was like I don't know, 50 something Jolly Ranchers per mason jar, and then you fill it up with Smirnoff or something. I don't know, or Absolute. I don't know. And then you wait a day, and then it was Jolly Rancher liquid.
It would just dissolve, and you would just be stuck with this beautiful looking substance. And the purple was the most horrible one ever. It was ever, but yeah,
Watermelon's good.
Watermelon's good, yeah. But you those are the type of stories that you never forget. Like, man.
Dude, it's kind of good that we started this channel, dude, because honestly, like, you know, reminiscing on shit like this was like almost fucking 10 years ago now that we had these parties. You know, this is back in like, well, was it like 2012-ish, somewhere around there?
Yeah. 12,
yeah. 15. So like 7 years ago-ish. Anyways, it was a while ago. And, you know, you could have these memories in your head and like think about it one day and you're like, fuck, man, I wish I could fucking bounce this off of somebody, you know, like we were talking about. And now we can actually do it like through this, man. That's what, you know, a lot of people off screen that are watching these videos and stuff, they probably have their own stories. They're like, fuck, man, I remember this, and this. And then they can't really, you know, reminisce properly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, this is the when I seen that y'all were doing this, I was like, wow, I was like, this is an awesome platform to, you know, to be able to get that stuff out. You know, it's therapeutic for y'all. And then also, you know, the amount of growth that y'all have had, you know, since July is like crazy. Man, it's like I'm so proud of y'all. Like I said, I'm so proud of y'all. It's dope. It's really dope.
So where are you at now in your career, man?
Right now I'm on shore duty. 2 years ago, I just came from my second ship, which was the USS Kearsarge, which is a LHD, and that we had sailors on there and we had Marines. Now, I don't know if you ever been stationed with a group of Marines, but man, that's a whole nother story. Like, I got a different level of respect for them, and yeah, we just gonna keep it like that.
Give us a brief example. How are working with Marines or being with Marines?
So, you know, they train like how they fight. You know, and they fight like how they train. So, you know, us in the Navy, you know, we always had an issue with, you know, the amount of people that you have. So on a carrier, you got like 6,000 people deployed. On an LHD, you have like roughly half of that, like 3,000 people, right? So, you know, we would have issues with the gym, you know, trying to keep it sanitized and clean and stuff like that. So randomly, they would just close the gym. Like, hey, nobody can use the gym. You know, for Marine, you know, they're like angry. So what they do is you see them on the flight deck running down the flight deck with each other on their shoulders. Like, they're just doing, they're working out. Like, you're not going to stop them from working out.
True warriors, huh?
True, bro. And then they're cleaning the gun. They're wrestling, you know, doing combat HQ, you know, all these type of moves, and then they go get in a chow line in their uniform. So not only you been sweating, but now you ready to eat. And not only are you ready to eat, but you're the first one in the line. So and they try to split up to where they have a Navy line and a Marine line or whatnot. But yeah, man, they it wasn't the best smell, and there was a lot of Marines that like, hey man, like you need to go take a shower, you need to, but for the most part, sometimes you just get used to you just used to that smell, but I mean the level of respect I have for them, man, they, yeah, being able to see what they do and how much stuff they carry on their back, and they pretty much got everything on their back. I mean, like our sea bag is pretty big. I'm talking these dudes got like 2 sea bags and their rucksack, like with their gun, everything ready to go. Like, and sometimes they would, cause we have the on the LSG they have the hovercraft, the AC, like the LCUs, the LCACs, and so the way they would do is take them, we'll pull up close like offshore, and then basically the LCACs will LCAC them over to land, and they would just like basically just camp out like how they were doing training for a mission or anything. So that was dope, that was dope. And that's what Khaled, he went to AC4, and so we was on deployment with each other. So
no kidding.
Yeah, Khaled just came over here yesterday, so he's up here.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Hey, so this is gonna be part 1 to our discussion. I appreciate you being on, man. We got some more questions and everything for you, and some more good times to reminisce on. Evan, any last words for you?
No, man, it's just really cool to have you on our show, man. It's good to see you, man. It looks like you lost some weight, man. You working out a little bit.
Yeah, man, I lost, a little 70 pounds or something.
A little 70 pounds, yeah, nothing big. Fuck that. All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you in the next one.
Up ahead now.